We're here to bring you a gift. After that, we would like to be left alone.
You're not in charge, Red. Drew, I don't know how you out with this as a child.
Sterling Reynolds. It's who Noma needs to bribe in order to get her government contract under control. Set her up using your high-tech toys, and you got her.
Yo, Freak, I need you. I used your phone to re-up with the dirtbag who sold her the tainted shit. You down to pay him a visit tonight?
You got a mind.
Go, do a line! Go! Come on. Do it!
What the f are you doing? Richard left me. I was hoping maybe you could float me some cash.
If you were on fire, I wouldn't pay you to put you out.
Thank you for taking this meeting, brother.
Why is Davis in there?
How'd you know about this?
I got wind of it from a source close to the task force.
Tariq sent Patrick and Monet to Harder, said you're after me.
And they said some unflattering things about you as well.
Wanna work with me and cut out the annoying middle bit? I can offer you so much more. I'm sure there's so many things you can do for me.
What's the deal, YouTube? What's good with y'all? What's up with everybody? I'll go by the name of DC, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about Power Book 2 GOAT Season 4, Episode 8. This is my recap, my review, my thoughts, my opinion about Episode 8, and how I felt about the episode overall. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, and you like the videos that I upload and create, hit that like button to help this video get recommended across the algorithm. Hit the post bell notification button to support the channel and to get updated on all content I post on my channel. And leave your comments and theories down below in the comment section, and y'all let me know y'all thoughts and y'all opinion about the episode. Overall, this episode was cool. It really wasn't much going on in this episode, to be honest. I really expected more from this episode, especially with this episode being episode 8. And we usually get a big death in episode 8, but that did not occur at all in this episode. We didn't see any main characters get taken out in this episode, and this episode was really a filler episode, setting up for what's to come in episode 9 and episode 10. But I'm going to start this recap off first with talking about an unexpected alliance that took place in this episode between Don Carter and Noma. Don Carter and Noma has agreed to team up with each other to get rid of Tariq and Monet, which I did not see coming. I did not expect Don Carter and Noma to agree to team up with each other in this episode, especially with everything that was taking place in this episode with Carter going after Noma. Because in this episode, Tariq and Monet came up with the idea to try to play Noma and Carter against each other by telling Carter that they're working on getting leverage for him so he could go after Noma, and then they could tell Noma about Carter going after her and make it seem like Carter has information on Noma, which could possibly force her hand and force Noma to take out Carter. So Monet and Tariq went to Mecca's old penthouse to talk to Noma and Kane about Carter being on Noma's radar and try to convince Noma to take out Carter, letting it be known to her that it'll be in their best interest if they get rid of Carter so Carter won't be causing issues for them. And when Noma heard this play from Tariq, she shut this down immediately. She wasn't with this at all. She was not trying to go forward with this plan that Tariq had because she wasn't trying to start a war with the NYPD, which pissed off Monet because Monet wasn't even trying to have a conversation with Noma and Kane about Carter, because Monet was already feeling like she might have to do the most to try to convince Noma to take out Carter for them, and she really wasn't trying to beg Noma to team up with her and Tariq. But right after Monet expressed how she felt about Noma and Kane turning down this plan to take out Carter, Noma let it be known to Monet that she's about to be her new mother-in-law because her and Kane is now engaged to each other and they about to get married, which also pissed off Monet. So with Tariq and Monet not being able to get Noma on board with their plan, Tariq and Monet decided to pull up on Davis to see if Davis could tell them about Noma and the moves that she's making. And Davis was able to do that. He was able to give Tariq and Monet some information about Noma. Davis let it be known to them that Noma got a business called Aircraft Global, and her main focus is to get a U.S. contract for Aircraft Global so she could sell her jet parts to the U.S. government. But in order to do this, she needs to be a U.S. citizen first before she could make that happen, because her business must be owned by a U.S. citizen, which is the reason why she's marrying Kane in the first place. And Davis also let it be known to Tariq and Monet that after the death of Wally Adams, Davis helped Noma find a new governor contact abroad who goes by the name of Sterling Reynolds, which I talked about in the video a couple of days ago that I did about this conversation between Davis, Tariq, and Monet. And we all know from the exclusive clip of episode 8 that was released, Davis told Tariq and Monet if they mention this Sterling Reynolds name to Carter, then Carter will have all the leverage he needs to go after Noma. So Tariq and Monet gave this information to Carter when Tariq and Monet met up with Carter and Drew. And Carter tried to set up an ambush to catch Noma and Sterling Reynolds talking about Noma business while he was listening in on their conversation outside the restaurant that Noma and Sterling was at. And while Noma and Sterling was having his meeting with each other, Davis interrupted his meeting between them two and passed the note to Noma to inform her that Carter was watching Noma and he was sitting outside listening in on this conversation between her and Sterling. And honestly, I had a feeling Davis possibly was going to warn Noma about Carter knowing about this meeting between her and Sterling Reynolds. Because like I said in the video I did a couple of days ago about the conversation that was occurring between Davis, Tariq, and Monet, and in that video I mentioned I did not understand why Davis was passing information to Tariq and Monet about Noma and what she got going on, if Davis was possibly going to be at this meeting between her and Sterling Reynolds, and possibly tell Noma about Carter knowing about this meeting that's taking place between them two. Like, I didn't understand that at all. Maybe this was a way for Davis to get back on Noma's good side, who knows, but I ain't understand this at all because he ended up getting exposed for this later on in the episode. So right after this, Noma and Kane went to go meet up with Nico to try to get Nico to flip against Carter, and Nico told Noma straight up, in order for him to do that, he needs 7 figures up front in order to do that. And the crazy thing about this is, Nico went and told Carter about Noma trying to get Nico to flip against Carter. As soon as he got done having that meeting with Noma and Kane, he went and told Carter about it. And with Nico telling Carter about this, Carter had Nico reach out to Noma to lure Noma to a meeting with Carter instead of Nico, because Noma assumed that she was going to be meeting up with Nico to talk about Carter and assumed that Nico was possibly going to flip on Carter. But Carter showed up to the meeting instead. Carter revealed to Noma that he knows that she tried to flip Nico against him, and he knows Noma tried to bribe her government after Tariq and Monet told him about it. And Noma then told Carter that Tariq and Monet was the one that told her that Carter was after her. And once they put 2 and 2 together, they realized that both Tariq and Monet has been playing Carter and Noma against each other. And they agreed to team up with each other to get rid of Tariq and Monet. Noma like, look here, bruh, we got a common enemy. You hate Tariq and Monet, I hate them as well. Like, let's just team up together to get rid of them, and me and you can work out a deal with each other. And we didn't see Don Carter agree to this deal on camera, but based off that episode 9 trailer, it's looking like Carter and Noma has agreed to team up with each other to take out Tariq and Monet. It's looking like that's what's about to take place in episode 9 based off the episode 9 trailer. And I can't wait to see this showdown take place in episode 9. I am excited for this. It's looking like we about to see Tariq, Monet, as well as Drew and Diana to go against Noma, Kane, the Russians, and Don Carter. It's looking like that's what's about to happen in episode 9. But either way it go, I can't wait to see episode 9. I definitely believe we about to see the downfall of Carter and Noma in episode 9. Especially Noma. I feel like Noma will get dealt with in these last 2 episodes and she's going to suffer a major downfall. And Noma better hope and pray Anya doesn't play a role in her downfall. Especially when Anya finds out the truth about Noma being the one to take out her father. I definitely believe that's going to be revealed to Anya in these next 2 episodes. And the crazy part about this is Noma had the chance to come clean to Anya in this episode and tell her the truth. Noma really had the chance to tell Anya the truth in this episode, but she didn't do that. She continued to lie to Anya in this episode because Anya was asking a whole lot of questions in this episode. She was questioning her mom about her marrying Kane, as well as questioning Noma about if she knows about Kane being a criminal, since Anya was able to look up Kane's criminal record and found out that Kane went to jail for battery and theft, as well as asking Noma about what she really does and how she make her money. Like, Anya was asking a lot of questions in this episode because she was tired of her mama feeding her a bunch of lies. And she wanted to know the truth. And even with Noma having the opportunity to be straightforward and honest with Anya, she still chose to lie to Anya. She lied straight to Anya's face and told Anya that her father was a drug dealer and a criminal. But in all honesty, Noma is the one that's dealing drugs and she's the criminal. And I don't know about y'all, but the look that Anya gave Noma when Noma told her this, it really seemed like Anya wasn't believing this story. Anya could clearly tell that this story ain't adding up. She knows that her mother is lying. I do believe the truth is going to be revealed, and I do believe Anya is going to find out the truth. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tariq was the one that told Anya the truth. And when the truth is revealed, Noma better hope and pray Anya doesn't turn her back against her and backstab her for killing her father. Now, moving on to Effie. We finally was able to put a face on Effie's mother, and we finally got introduced to Effie's mother in this episode. And after watching this episode, I could see why Effie stayed away from her goddamn mama. Effie mama is a horrible person. I completely understand why Effie keep her distance from her mama, because her mama ain't shit. She got the nerve to pull up to Stansfield to ask Effie for some money, telling Effie that the dude that she was with by the name of Richard, which is also the same person that was touching on Effie that Effie told Tariq about in season 3. And this Richard dude decided to leave Effie's mom after he cheated on her and found him a new girlfriend. So with Richard not being around, Effie's mom has been struggling, which is the reason why she pulled up to Stansfield to ask Effie for some money. And Effie told her mama straight up she wasn't giving her a goddamn thing. Effie told her straight up she doesn't care about anything she got going on. She ain't trying to hear anything she got to say. And she also let it be known to her mama that if she was on fire, she wouldn't even pee on her mother to save her life. Like, Effie went in on her mama, bruh. The dialogue that Effie had in this episode when she was having a conversation with her mother was crazy. Effie was lighting her mama up, and Effie mama had the nerve to tell Effie that this is why nobody loves her, because she's cold-hearted and all this stuff. Like, how you gonna get mad at your daughter and start calling her names because she not trying to give you no money? If anything, you should be mad at yourself for all the stuff you put Effie through. Like, Effie ain't got to give you a goddamn thing, bro. You should be happy she even engaged in the conversation with you. Effie mama should have been happy she did that, because Effie do not rock with her mama at all. And this episode alone explained why Effie is the person that she is. Now, moving on to Kane and Drew. We saw Drew and Kane bumping heads with each other once again, as usual, and competing against each other for the streets in this episode. Because in this episode, Carter decided to give Drew control of Zion's old crew and territory and allow Drew to set up shop out of Zion's old fight club since Zion isn't around anymore and Don Carter needs somebody to replace his spot. So Carter put Drew in charge with taking over Zion's old organization. So while Drew was kicking it at Zion's old fight club, Kane decided to pull up to the fight club to talk shit to Drew and to so-called check Drew and make sure Drew isn't getting in over his head with working with Carter. And honestly, I don't understand why Kane even popped up at this fight club in the first place. Like, after watching this episode, to me, it really seemed like he was trying to irritate Drew in this episode, because Kane did not have to pop up at Zion's old fight club to talk shit to Drew and try to so-called check him about the stuff he doing. But Drew had some words for Kane. He told Kane good luck marrying his boss, because he knows Kane and Noma is getting married. Drew told him straight up he know about that. He like, bro, Monet already told me that you and Noma getting married. Like, Noma don't care about you, bro. You just a help. Noma is literally out here marrying the help. And with Drew saying this, Kane got all in his feelings and got salty about it, and he decided to buy the building where Zion old fight club is at, and he shut down the fight club after he bought the building. So with Kane doing this, Drew decided to get his revenge and get even. He decided to break into Kane's penthouse, and he hacked Kane's computer and found some information about Noma's gun shipment and where it was going to take place at, and he passed this information on to Don Carter, which led to Carter Task Force getting the drop on Noma gun shipment re-up, and they arrested Noma soldiers while they was delivering these guns to the Italians in the Lower East Side area, which Kane found out about because he got the phone call and heard about this. And right after he got the phone call and heard about it, Drew texted Kane and let it be known to him that he's the reason why Noma gun shipment got seized by the feds, which pissed Kane off. And in my opinion, Kane can't get mad at nobody but himself, because if he ain't go over there to Zion's old fight club, started stuff with Drew trying to irritate him, then none of this stuff would be happening. Literally, Kane going over there to that fight club is what caused Kane and Drew to start going back and forth with each other in the streets. Like, I gotta put the blame on Kane for Noma gun shipment getting seized by the feds in this episode, because if he didn't go over there to Zion's old fight club, none of this stuff that took place in this episode between Drew and Kane would have not occurred at all. Drew and Kane both was able to cause issues for each other when it comes to their organizations, and I'm pretty sure in these next 2 episodes, Drew and Kane is going to continue to have issues with each other. Now, before I end this video, I gotta talk about the crash out dummy for the week, which is Braden. Braden crashed the hell out in this episode, bruh. I don't know what Braden is on, but at this point, Tariq might have to cut ties with Braden. Braden is starting to become a liability, because the stuff that he did in this episode did not make any type of sense at all. Because when Braden went to Elle's dorm room in this episode, because Braden was going to move in with Elle, Braden saw Elle having an overdose after she took some product that was laced. So while Braden was at the hospital checking on Elle, he went through Elle's phone and texted the person that sold Elle the product by the name of Steve, and he texted Steve pretending to be Elle to get the whereabouts to Steve's location so he could take him out, since he's the reason why Elle is laying in this hospital bed in the first place. And right after Braden got the drop on Steve's location, Braden called Tariq and told Tariq he need him to ride along with him for this mission, and Tariq agreed to do it. Tariq agreed to ride with Braden on this, but Braden did not tell Tariq the full plan. He told Tariq that he just wanted to scare Steve. Braden ain't mentioned nothing about him killing Steve, and that's what he did when they got to Steve's house. Braden was making Steve snort up the lace product that he gave to Elle. He made him snort that up about 3 times. Tariq was telling Braden to chill, like, bruh, we only here to scare him, like you about to kill him. And right after Braden made him snort up all this lace product, Braden shot him in the head 2 times, which pissed Tariq off, including me, because I ain't understand what the hell Braden was thinking in this scene right here. Like, bruh, you tripping, you wilding the hell out. Like, he was low-key acting like Tommy Egan in this episode a little bit. I ain't gonna front. Braden was definitely embracing that tiny Tommy role in this episode, bruh. But that ain't the only dumb thing he did in this episode. Right after he killed Steve, he went to the hospital and told Elle about it. And I swear, bruh, the moment Braden told Elle this, I thought Elle was going to have an anxiety attack, because she started huffing and puffing and hallucinating the moment Braden said this. She like, bruh, I ain't want you to do all that. Like, nobody ain't tell you to go over there and kill Steve. Like, I can't live with this guilty conscience on my mind. And I don't even understand why Braden would even open his mouth and tell Elle this in the first place. Like, bruh, this was dumb. This was stupid. Like, Elle possibly actually might go run and tell the police about this, bruh. She might snitch on you for this. And like Tariq been telling you throughout this season, bruh, you cannot trust Elle with certain information. You can't be telling her all this stuff, bruh. Elle is a civilian at the end of the day. She will snitch on you. And that's what's looking like what's about to happen, bruh. Elle is about to snitch. I'm calling it now. She's about to snitch on Brayden and Tariq. Braden gonna have to fix this, bruh. Braden is gonna have to fix this situation right here. This body he caught in this episode was messy. That was a messy kill. He really should have thought twice about doing that, because this is about to cause a whole lot of issues between him and Tariq. This is about to cause a whole lot of issues between these two. And at this point, I would not be surprised if Tariq cuts off Brayden, bruh. Brayden is really starting to become a liability. And at this point, I would not be upset with Tariq if he decided to cut all ties with Brayden. I wouldn't be upset about this at all. But we just going to have to wait and see how this play out, as well as the rest of the stuff that's going to occur in episode 9. I cannot wait to see episode 9. I'm pretty sure everybody saw that episode 9 trailer. Episode 9 looking like it's finna be one of them ones. Just watching that trailer alone, episode 9 looking like it's finna be one of the ones, bruh. Episode 9 looking like it's finna be one of the ones. The episode 9 trailer alone feels like a season finale trailer. It really feels like a season finale trailer to me. And we ain't even got to the season finale yet. Well, the series finale, because this is the final season. But we ain't even saw the episode 10 trailer yet. So I can only imagine all the stuff that's about to take place in episode 10. But either way it go, I can't wait to see episode 9 and episode 10, because I'm expecting both of these episodes to be fire. And I'm expecting book 2 Ghosts to end off on a banger. But if you like this video that I uploaded and created, hit that like button to help this video get recommended across the algorithm. Turn on the post bell notification button to support the channel and to get updated on all content I post on my channel. And leave your theories and predictions in the comment section. I'm gonna get at y'all later. Much love to everybody that's rocking with me and supporting the channel. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe and God bless.